Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be the Pixar book tag, and I was tagged by Ali from Ali K back in January, so I'm finally getting to it. Really excited. Also, before we get started, if you hear any background noise, my husband is currently playing a video game. He is playing Pokemon. What type? No? Oh, it's Digimon.
Oh my god.
My bad. My bad. Which Digimon is that one?
Cyber Sleuth.
Cyber Sleuth. Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Yeah, that one. Let's go ahead and get into the questions. Cars. Name a book in which the characters go on a long physical journey. And instantly I thought of The Hobbit, written by J.R.R. Tolkien. The entire book is really just this long journey. Help the dwarves take back the mountain that's been inhabited by this dragon. And I personally love that. I know some people don't really like reading books that involved a really long journey, but I personally enjoy it, and the humor in the narration just made it that much more enjoyable, and the banter between the characters. Number 2, Inside Out. Name a book about the mind. So I do not have an answer for this question. I have yet to read a book about the mind. So, I mean, if you know of any good books that are about the mind, you should let me know, and I could check them out. Number 3, Monsters, Inc. Who or what's your most lovable book creature? So there's this creature, his name is Finn. He's like this giant size wolf. He's not wolf size, he's a lot bigger than a wolf. And Finn is from the NYC Mecha series. He is Ariana's familiar. Every heir has a familiar, and Finn is hers. They're bound together, and familiars cannot live without their person. So if Ariana ever died, he would instantly die as well. They just have this mental bond, and he just knows whenever Ariana is in trouble, and he's just her protector, her best friend, and I just love him so much. I wish I had a familiar like Finn. That would be awesome. Number 4, Finding Nemo. Who is the best book dad? And I'm gonna go with Bran. He's from the Mercy Thompson series. He is the Marok, right? Marok? I don't know how to pronounce that. It's M-A-R-R-O-K. He's the Marok of all the werewolves in the United States, meaning like he's the big honcho. He is the alpha of alphas, as Thomas says. He's the big guy of the werewolves, and he is pretty much like a father to Mercy. I know I said that Z is like a father figure, but Bran was the one that pretty much raised her alongside his pack, and he treats her like a daughter. Even after Mercy leaves to live on her own, he just knows when to check up on her and to give her that fatherly kind of advice, and I just love that relationship that he has with her, and I just want to read more about him in the series. So yeah, he's a really good book dad. Number 5, who's the best book mom? Got my latte here. It's really good. So I haven't really read a book that really had a motherly type of figure in it. So I honestly, right now, cannot answer that question. So I'm gonna have to pass on that one because I'm drawing a blank. Number 6, Toy Story. A book from your childhood you think every kid should read. This took me a bit to find an answer because I honestly hardly remember reading any books as a child. My strongest memory is my mom reading to me and my sister with the classic Disney stories like Cinderella, Snow White. She would read that to us before bed. But I think the only books that I've really read as a child myself would be the Junie B. Jones series, written by Barbara Park. I know I read that in my spare time while in elementary school. And I really remember enjoying that book. I mean, Junie B. Jones is just this sassy little kindergartner, and I felt like I could relate to her as a kid. So yeah, I definitely recommend every kid to read Junie B. Jones. I think that's just a fun series to read. Number 7, The Incredibles. If you could have any superpower or ability, what would it be and why? That one's also a really hard question. So I went with water bending, you know, from Avatar, The Last Airbender, where they have earth benders, fire benders, air benders, water bending, and Katara is a water bender, and I just found waterbending to be so graceful and beautiful, but also powerful, and I just love the water in general. So I would really love to be a waterbender. I just think that'd be so cool to manipulate water. Number 8, Ratatouille. Name a fictional food you want to eat. So I'm gonna go with any food from the Underhill, you know, where the fae or fairies live, because when they're described in the books, they just sound very delicious. In the books, they're portrayed to taste even better than regular food that we eat. So I would love to try some of that, as long as I'm not, you know, under a spell or anything like that, because I know it's never a good idea to eat any food by the fae. And number 9, a book with an international setting. So the book that came to mind would be Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. That book is set in a Chinese type of setting. I just think that's really cool. So Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. Finally, for this, I'm going to tag 2 people. I'm not sure if they've done it. I don't think they have. So I'm going to tag Joe from Not So Average Joe and Miss Hotter, and I hope that you guys have the time to do it, because I would love to know your answers to these questions. Also, if anyone that's watching would like to do this tag, I tag you as well, because I think these are really fun questions. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Hopefully it was enjoyable. My mind seems to be a little all over the place. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all are having a great day, and hopefully I'll see you again in my next video. Bye guys.